you guys. Oh my God, and that's one swipe. Wait, that's one swipe. Oh my God, just the cream and the butter. Hello friends. This week I'm going to be doing, maybe I'll make this a regular thing, but I'm going to be doing hits and misses from one particular brand. So things that this brand does very well and things that I think they don't do so well. They could use a little improvement in those categories. And the brand we'll be featuring today is ColourPop Cosmetics. I have been a huge fan of ColourPop Cosmetics for as long as they've been in business. For the price, for the quality, all across the board, ColourPop knocks it out of the park, especially for those who are just getting started in makeup. Everything in their line is usually $5 or $6 with a couple exceptions like eyeshadow palettes and slightly larger items. And the quality you get is just as good as the high-end luxury brands. Now, ColourPop is only sold currently on their website, colourpop.com, which will be linked below. However, very exciting and very strange, but they're coming to Sephora's all across the country, and I am kind of ecstatic and kind of confused about that, but good for ColourPop. I just hope they are able to maintain their affordable prices at Sephora. So let's jump into it. Let's start with the hits, shall we? Starting off, I want to talk about eyeshadows. ColourPop makes some of my favorite matte eyeshadows and shimmer eyeshadows, but they're in two different formulas. So ColourPop is sort of famous for their now this is gonna be in the bloopers. Super Shock formula, which is sort of a mix between a gel and a powder. It's very interesting and it's really cool to touch. And they make eyeshadows, blushes, highlighters, bronzers in this Super Shock formula. I personally love the Super Shock eyeshadows in the metallic and shimmer shades, like this one here. This is Dare, and she is a gorgeous royal purple with like blue reflex in it. They do their Super Shock shades in the shimmers so well. They're really pigmented and buttery, and I find that they are best applied with your finger or a wet synthetic brush. Now for the matte shades, I love their pressed eyeshadow formula, which is sort of new for them. These are some of the easiest to blend, buttery, creamy, pigmented mattes I have ever used, and they are $5 a piece. And if you order 4 or more, they come in this adorable little palette for free. They come for free. Here I have 4 lovely shades in the peach family. Love these so much. Love these. And they also have a couple eyeshadow palettes. I only have the Yes Please palette, which has quickly become a favorite of mine. Here she is. Look at how cool these are. Now this is a mix of matte and metallic shades, but I prefer the matte shadows in this pressed eyeshadow formula, and I prefer the metallics in their Super Shock formula. Next hit is the Ultra Satin Lips. I think they revolutionized liquid lipsticks. They started with their Ultra Mattes, which is the classic liquid lip formula, goes on wet, dries down completely, is transfer proof, but then they released their Ultra Satin Lips. And these are also a liquid lip formula. They go on completely wet, but they don't dry down. They stay satin. They're not glossy, but they have a little bit of a sheen to them, and they're not transfer proof, but they stay all day. They are not like a regular lipstick that goes on creamy and beautiful, but as the day goes on, it just wears off slowly and slowly until it's invisible. These babies do not budge. I think they stay on better than any other liquid lipstick formula. I don't know why, I don't know how, but that's how I feel about these. And they're so very comfortable and they're so very flattering, and I love them. Here we have the shade Cozy, which is this like beautiful orange red, this Frickin' Frack shade in this like burnt brown brick color. Love it. Nothing more to say about these. These are a total hit, and for $6 a pop, come on. And my third and final hit for ColourPop Cosmetics, their lip liners. These lip liners, now rumor has it, ColourPop and Kylie Cosmetics use the same factory, the same manufacturers. And I think it's true because their packaging is almost identical with a couple color variations, and their formulas are quite similar. So if you have one, you can probably skip the other, but ColourPop's are $5. Blends and goes on like a dream. These lip liners, I swear, they're just so beautiful and they go on so easily. They stay all day. They just are the perfect lip liner, and for $5. What can I say? Moving on to the disappointments. Now, I don't love these products, but that doesn't mean that you don't love these products. And if you love them and they work for you, that's awesome. Hello, you spent your money and it worked. They didn't work for me. And if I'm using them wrong, maybe someone can tell me. I'm going to start off with a very famous product of theirs and a product that I used to love dearly, which is the Ultra Matte Lipstick Formulas. Now, these are the classic liquid lipsticks that I spoke about earlier, the ones that go on wet, dry completely down, and are transfer proof. The problem with these, and honestly the problem with Kylie's too, you see what I'm saying? They dry down so much. Throughout the day, they crumble and crack, and the center just becomes a crumbly, cracky mess. And I'm not into that. I prefer a liquid lipstick that I can eat food, and if some comes off in the center, I can reapply it easily. Not a liquid lip where if I eat food or drink, it becomes crumbly and I have to take the whole lip off to redo it because you can't put another layer over crumble mess. You just can't do it. That's the issue with these. They're too drying, they crack and crumble, and they don't last all day, and they're rather uncomfortable. To me. Next disappointment from ColourPop. It's in the Super Shock family, and unfortunately it's their Super Shock blushes. I have two in the shade Mochi and Fox. Maybe I'm using them wrong. I have never liked these. They've never worked for me. They're so odd to put on your face. You can sort of use your finger and tap them in like a cream blush, but they have a powdery consistency. So I try to use a synthetic brush and that doesn't work. It's very odd and it takes a lot of time to build up the pigment to something that I want, and I just don't have the time for that. Also, let me scrape away so you can see what it should look like. So that's what it should look like. That what sort of looks like a sheen over it is dirt. Probably from my brushes, but you know, it's dirt. Swatching this, let's go over the dirt, right? Because that's what I'm supposed to use. I don't see anything. Do you see anything? And then it just creates all these weird like little pieces of powder. I don't like it. For something that should be so easy, blush, oh my God, a little brush, a little powder, and you're done. These are a pass for me. Last disappointment from ColourPop is their cream gel liners. I like their regular pencil liners fine, but the cream gel liners that come in the pots, some of them are not too bad, like this beautiful bright pink shade called Boots. This is pretty creamy and swatches pretty nicely. I'd say that's pretty pigmented, right? Unfortunately, they're not all like that. Let me show you the shade Best O, which I was so excited when I first bought it a while ago. It's this amazing like dark burgundy color. It almost looks black, but it has like a little bit of red purple undertone. Let's try to get this bad boy. What? How am I supposed to work with that? I can't work with that. Come on. So yeah, I'm just never use these because as fun as this bright pink is, I'm not really using that as liner right now, and I want the dark brown, and it doesn't work. So unfortunately, those are a pass for me. Before we wrap this baby up, I would like to give two honorable mentions to two products that I also love in ColourPop. They didn't make my top 3, but they're still worth mentioning. And those are the traditional lippy sticks. So they're not in a bullet tube, but they're traditional lipstick formulas. They come in satin, matte, whatever your preference. And I love these so much. As far as lipsticks go, they're some of my favorite standard formulas. I use liquid lipsticks far more than I use regular lipsticks nowadays. But if I'm reaching for a regular lipstick, it's these. They're smooth, they're pigmented with one swipe, they don't disappoint. I love these shades so much, and honestly, so much of it is the colors that they come up with. Lumiere is pretty famous for them. It is the most gorgeous mauvey pink. Look at how gorgeous. It's so good. Look at how dark this color is, and it's sort of purpley too. This is called Fab 5. These shades usually come on very patchy. It's tough to build them up. Are you ready? Sorry, I went over. I can't see. What? Look at that! Yes, I love their regular lippy stick formula, and they also make a lippy primer in the same sort of tube. and this is the primer that I use. These are all $5. And the final product I will be talking about today are the ColourPop Blotted Lips. And now that is both their Blotted Lip Stick formula and their Ultra Blotted Lip, which is in the liquid lip formula. Ooh, they're both amazing. The stick obviously gives a little bit more of a subdued natural finish. I've been loving wearing this during the summer, just tapping it into the center of my lips, and it just gives this extra little flush. It's so beautiful. The one that I have is in the shade Sucker, and it's this beautiful peachy color, peachy hollow. I also have the shade Doozy in the Ultra Blotted Lip formula, which is the liquid version, are much more pigmented. You still get that blotted lip, but they dry down completely. They're transfer proof, unlike the Lippy Stick formula. They're amazing. Both of these are amazing. If you ever wanted that sort of just like flush of color that doesn't look like, even if it's a natural shade, that doesn't look like you're wearing an entire liquid lip or regular lipstick on your lips, these babies are your dream come true, and they are $5 and $6 respectively. All right, you guys, that completes this video today. I hope you learned something. The intention of this video was not to hate on ColourPop in any way, shape, or form. They are certainly one of my favorite brands on the market. This was just to provide you all out there, my viewers and friends, with information that you may not have been able to obtain otherwise. I am here to tell y'all the truth. I have had a lot of experience with ColourPop products. I've been there from the beginning, and I've tried pretty much every product they have on the market, and I just want to share my advice and opinions with you all so you can make better decisions the next time you're shopping on ColourPop.com. If you're interested in what I have going on my eyes and my face today, it's your lucky day, because I filmed this tutorial too, and it'll be going up next week, next Saturday to be exact. So if you like this and you're interested and you want to know what highlighter I used and what eyeshadows I used and what lipstick I used, you'll just have to tune in next week, won't ya? Thank you so much for watching today. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and follow me on Instagram at laurenmarienyc, and I'll see you guys next week.